Scorpio, welcome to your September 2021 Love and General reading. I'm Gemstone Tarot and you are Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Cross Watchers. Everyone's welcome. Okay, I'm using the Lightseers Tarot for you. I think you're the only one I've used this for the YouTube reading. Just felt like that was going to be it for you. So, what do we need to know for Scorpio? Love, life, career, destiny, everything. If this resonates, woo, there'll be an extended reading as ever, and the link will be in the description box below the video. In that, we look at what themes have come up in this reading and we take them further. If it's about a relationship, we look at the other side of the equation. So how do they feel about you? Kind of view it through the eyes of your person. And we ask all the difficult questions that you want to ask the tarot. Okay. Woohoo. Some really interesting images coming out here, Scorpio. Pretty good, actually. I know you're not supposed to say that. There are no good readings and no bad readings. Well, there kind of are. And this is kind of a good one. Okay. Have you ever done that for yourself when you do a reading, particularly when it happens for yourself? Maybe you're on a bit of a low point, you think, I'll just chuck some tarot cards, and it just comes out like heinous, really so bad that you don't even try and interpret it, you just like pack them and like, I'll just put them away, we will never speak of this. Okay. Overall energy cards that I've got for you are the Eight of Wands, which is about communication. It's also about momentum. There's a lot of momentum in your reading. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of activity. There's a lot of what I would call kinetic energy. You know, it's touchy-feely, people, stuff, things, conversations. I like it. I mean, it certainly isn't going to be boring. And if you've been stuck, and God, you know, over the last couple of years, some of us have been stuck in the house a bit. It looks like things are going to open up somehow, even if that's online or whether that's face to face, whatever it is, connecting, talking. If this is to do with a relationship, again, connecting and talking. And in terms of career, there's a desire, I think, on your part to branch out further from what you're doing at the moment. And there's also a desire for safety, which is a very Scorpionic desire to be safe, to be contained, to be impenetrable is very Scorpionic. And I think also there's going to be a bit of a test in September just between going a bit further out of your comfort zone and wanting to kind of get under the duvet, you know, that sort of feeling. Either way, things are said, things are done, things are offered, got your Eight of Wands. If you've been wanting to have that important conversation, it looks like it's finally coming in September, okay? It'll be different for different people. You also get this, I love this card, Four of Swords. And this is a settling card, and I don't mean settling for something less than what you want. It's a card for finding peace and finding a settled place. You're going to find in September, Scorpio, that you want to find peace and a settled place. If this is coming to you about another person, about a relationship, you want to find a point of peace with that person. You want to find a relationship or an integration with that person, an alignment with that person that isn't too much effort or strife. You just want it to be easy, okay? And that is possible. For some of you as well, and I'm just getting a hunch on this really, and it could be because we've got the Hierophant as well, Major Arcana. Just for some of you, there may be that big conversation to have at work. Whether it's because of the pandemic you've been working from home and now you're coming back, or you're not going back, or you're going to continue working from home, or just that things have changed with your contracts, or whatever it is. I think for some of you, there's been a big conversation with somebody at work or with the board or with whoever it is, and you may have been putting it off, or just if you weren't putting it off, you weren't exactly seeking it out. It was like, that can wait. It feels like it can't wait beyond September, and it won't wait. And I think you'll be quite glad that it didn't wait as well. So with the Eight of Wands as your overall energy card, I've also got the Wheel of Fortune as an overall energy card, Major Arcana. I like this. She's got her lucky dice around her neck. And when you get the Wheel of Fortune, it's not always saying, oh, things are just going to roll on and get better and better. But what things are going to do is change, and destiny is calling. And when you get the Wheel of Fortune, there's that feeling that there is destiny at play and that it's kind of got the odds in your favour. She's on top of a kind of a compass. Now it also looks a bit like Pentacles. It isn't in the Wheel of Fortune, but it kind of it links this money and destiny for me. Some of you are going to have career-changing decisions in September. Some of you are going to have relationship-changing conversations in September, which will impact maybe both. And relationships as well are connected financially more than normal. Okay, there is some kind of financial connection. Okay. I like this. Now, I love this card. Two of Cups. Venus in Cancer. This is a card which is to do with relationships, is to do with love, is to do with bonding. It's, you know, two people exchanging cups. It's not one-sided. There's two people with skin in the game here. It feels nice. It feels... Do you know what? It feels like you've got someone else in the nest. Someone to nest with. Okay. Now, some of you are thinking, I don't think so. The person that I'm seeing is not in my nest right now. But it feels like you can move closer to that. Right next to the Two of Cups, and probably what you would really want to be right next to the Two of Cups, we get the Nine of Cups. Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, okay? It's one of Pisces' rulers. It's Sagittarius' ruler. It rules long-term travel. It's kind of Wheel of Fortune-y as well. When you get the Nine of Cups, Jupiter in Pisces, it's like an expansion and a celebration and a call to what you love, okay? Universe is saying to you in that card, what do you want? Scorpio, what do you want? How do you want your love life to be? What do you want from the heart? And for some of you, there is some kind of weeding out process, whether it's work or whether it's love. There's like a weeding out what stands the test, what is false and what is true. Not necessarily what do you like and what do you not like, because sometimes we don't like something, but it is true. You know, those are the worst, aren't they? Like when someone criticizes you and you're like, how dare you, blah, blah, blah. And then you sort of go away and think, yeah, they've probably got a point. So you're weeding out what is not true for you. That, like I said, it may be sort of good for you, but not true, or true and not good. It doesn't matter. It's about truth or falsehood. So anybody who's coming across and their actions aren't kind of following their words, I feel you'll kick them out of the nest. I don't feel like they'll stay with you. I don't feel like that's where you're headed. Especially as well to do with career and work, and maybe even family. I feel like you have towed the line a bit. Which Scorpios can do, because Scorpios are patient, and if you need to play the long game, fine, you'll play the long game, you'll toe the line and this will be okay for now and all that stuff. but I just feel that you've come to the end of that road of being obedient and good and doing what people want you to do. And September is like the gateway to you, to the rebel Scorpio, okay? Like rebel Scorpio is going to show up. Scorpios are quite self-contained in my observation. My brother's a Scorpio and I've got some good Scorpio friends because I'm a Pisces and it's a fellow water sign. Scorpios are dignified. Their dignity means a lot to them, you know. You don't see a Scorpio slipping up easily or making a fool of themselves or wanting to. It's not really the thing. And it just feels like you're going to break through that a bit. It feels like your need for dignity and order may have kept you patiently on this straight and narrow with either a relationship or with a situation or with a work career thing. It feels like you've done it by the book. You've been good. You've towed the line. Yeah, you've been the prefect. But now the universe is calling for some more colour in this. It's like, you know, if you were doing colour by numbers, the universe is now saying, well done, it's brilliant, I'm going to throw out the book. Yeah. Okay. The one kind of, probably the only card that's giving me a bit of pause is the Seven of Cups. There's a lot of cup energy. There's a lot of emotional energy here. The Two of Cups has that love connection or doing something you love as well. That can be doing something for work or for hobby that you absolutely love. So a person or a thing. Nine of Cups has got that what do you really want from the heart. And then the Seven of Cups is saying to you what's false and what's real. It's back to that again. It feels like, you know, it is castles in the sand. You've got the snake, you've got the bat. It's a bit of a nod to the Rider-Waite card. There is going to be a process, and it's probably a feeling process of weeding out falsehood, weeding out lies, weeding out anything that just doesn't stick with you. Okay, for some of you as well, up here I've got the Magician. The Magician can represent Aquarius, so you may be involved with an air sign or an Aquarius. This feels like a person, so this could be your person. This isn't for everybody because this is a general reading, but this is just like a bit for one or two of you. This is a person you may have lost contact with, or there's been, there's been a lack of communication of sorts, and I don't know quite how that is, but there has been. And it feels like they find a way to communicate with you. And because they're the Magician, this is someone who has some kind of charisma, or I don't want to use the word power because it's not quite the right word, but they're quite an unusual person. You've not been in regular contact with them like you wanted to be. And you may have kept a very dignified silence about this Scorpio, as Scorpios often do. Not one for, like, you know, spamming the text messages, Scorpio, you're not. Nevertheless, just for a few of you, this has caused you some worry, and it feels like that changes. News comes in from that person. For one or two of you, this could also be work, but it would be if you were passed over for a job, or if there's been somebody away or a lack of communication again, and then they've returned with the Magician. And then down here I get the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is an apology, it's an opener, it's a first message back from someone, it could be from that Magician. For others of you, this Page of Cups goes with the Two of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Wands. Very good time, very good month to meet someone if you're single, probably another water sign or possibly an air sign. A very good time to communicate in a relationship if It's needing to move on to the next level. And I don't mean pinning someone down to have the talk. Please don't ever do that. If you find yourself having to have the talk with somebody, it's time to delete them, in my experience, and move on. This is about the talk, as in not having the talk or making somebody. It's about, I think, them initiating a talk with you. I know. Or you bumping into them, or this arising in a relationship, or that this is new and you meet somebody. There is a talk. It's not initiated by you, I hope. It feels to me like it's coming from them, and I like that. And this talk brings you a lot closer to the Two of Cups, to the Nine of Cups. So if you're in an established relationship, this could be quite a full and frank and robust discussion. Okay, or a row or an argument, whatever you want to call it. But I feel like it will move you on. It will clear the air. If this is a new connection, which some of you it will be, you will talk. It's not like you're going to chit chat about nothing for the first couple of dates. You're going to go straight in and talk about the big stuff. You know, it's like some people say, we talked about having children on the second date or whatever, and I don't, it may not necessarily be that for you, but it will be like that. Straight into the big subjects, okay? And I love that. And then up here we've got the Six of Swords. Moving away from a stuck situation. Moving away from being the good Scorpio. Rebel Scorpio comes out. You're not going to be easy to deal with in September for people, but I feel that goes completely to your advantage. You may have been too pliable to date, and you may have had very good reason for that. Like I said, Scorpios can play the long game. Maybe you just needed to stay under the radar and get through the last 6 months or whatever it is. It feels like you move closer to the union here, and I love that. And I think you do too. And just for some of you, you move from separation back to talking again, okay? In the extended reading, I'm going to look at the other side of this, your person, how they feel about you, what's going on the other side of the equation. Is there anything you need to know about? Look at it through their eyes. Ask the difficult questions and see what comes up. Yes. Your oracle card, Scorpio, is the thinker. This is you anyway. You're always the thinker. You're never the one who rushes, it's just not you. But it feels like you're going to have something to think about, something new and something quite radical. And I suppose I would call it disturbing, but in a very good way. Okay. Divine guidance is your healing with the angels card, and I love this for you. Scorpios, obviously you're a water sign, you're very psychic and in tune with these things. Look for the signs that are coming to you. The signs will come before it comes in the 3D, almost to kind of tip you off, okay? Wowzers. Scorpio, I'm going to go do your extended reading. The link's in the description box. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.